Hi, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, living life with curiosity. It's just something that really sort of popped into my mind because I was reviewing the videos that I made earlier today. And I realized because while I was making those videos, there was so much going through my mind and so much pressure of, this, you need to be saying the right things, and you need to be saying it well, it needs to make sense. And as I was watching the video, I realized, like, there's nothing, like, I'm not saying anything wrong. And, while I was recording, I was, like, super nervous, like, oh, this is coming off, like, super messy and whatever. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't know, as a viewer, it felt, like, perfectly fine. Once I finally stepped out of that self-critical, sort of mental space, I was finally able to look at what I made, at the video, and I realized that we're so critical of ourselves, and we're always being so harsh, with our own selves and with the things that we do, to a point where sometimes it's just ridiculous and it's just unrealistic. And in a way that got me thinking, why do we take life so seriously sometimes when there are certain things that we should be doing for fun and we should be enjoying them, and it doesn't need to be that serious, it doesn't need to be that personal. You just need to enjoy it. We really try to pressure ourselves into making the best decision and trying to find what is the only right answer. We see things as if there was only one right answer, and that's not the case at all. Nothing in life is objective like that. Nothing. Everything is a constant flow, and everything is always changing, and the same goes for ourselves, So to see even something like making a small or a big decision as something super serious and something that induces so much anxiety, when you really think about the grand scheme of things, you realize that it doesn't need to be that way. You have the choice to live with curiosity, and to, even in every small decision that you make, in every small step, instead of seeing it as, I need to be perfect at this thing that I want to do, or I need to make the best decision in this thing that I want, no, you should see it as, okay, is this an opportunity for me to learn something new? Is this an opportunity for me to grow at all? Oftentimes, the path that has the most resistance is the path that is truly meant for us and meant for our growth. And we avoid it. We avoid it because we're scared of it, or because we think we're not good enough, because we think we're not prepared. But the truth is, that's often the path that we know deep down we should take. Maybe those challenges don't have to be so negative. Just because something is difficult doesn't make it necessarily negative, and it doesn't mean that you're incapable. It just means that it's giving you room. It means that it's giving you room to grow and to learn something new, and to even learn something new about your own self, not just a new skill set, not just about something external, but about yourself. And that's a lesson that I'm constantly having to sort of remind myself of all of the time. I know that I'm someone who gets very, very anxious about the future, and I'm also always like, oh my god, like, so I have this thing that I want to achieve. How do I get there? What's the path? I don't know how to get there. Well, you don't, and honestly, it's probably better for the process for you to not know what's going to come next. It's like an empty page or an empty canvas where I can really learn something new. I truly believe that things always come full circle in some way, shape, or form. I think that life always finds a way to come full circle. And that's exactly why that one of the really great methods to watch ourselves constantly grow is to live with curiosity. And just to add a little bit more to that idea, when it comes to making those decisions and trying to see which one would bring out our curiosity the most there are a lot of times in our lives where we make decisions because they're easiest or because they keep us comfortable. We're safe inside of this little bubble that we're used to or that we created for ourselves. And sometimes we don't allow ourselves to expand. And that's where the scary decisions come in, and that's where they're really important. And that's why seeing those scary decisions with curiosity instead of anxiety not only feels so impactful, but it feels really empowering as well. When you finally give yourself the opportunity and the chance to make those decisions like that, it feels really empowering. And I think that's really beautiful. I think that's something we all deserve to experience, because it's a beautiful feeling that comes from that, really. Even after the hardship, or even during the hardship, actually. This feeling of being able to trust your own two hands because you've put in the effort to take yourself out of that bubble is really special. At least I think so. So moral of the story, live life with curiosity, and don't let fear ever hold you back from doing the things that you really want to do, or that you know you need to do. Sometimes you don't want to do them, but you know you need to do them. So yeah, that's it.